Hey everybody, it is Glenn with RocketCityHomes.com. Hope you are doing well. Well, market stats have come out for the month of July, so we're going to take a look at those. But before we do, let's head on over to Mortgage News Daily and take a look at these interest rates. Well, they're not good. They're not good at all. The 30-year fixed is sitting at 7.34. The 15-year fixed is 6.68. The 30-year jumbo is sitting at 7.29. The 5/1 ARM is now up to 7.15. The 30-year FHA is at 7%, and then the 30-year VA is at 7.04. These interest rates are absolutely having an effect on the housing market. It's kind of paralyzing things is what's going on. Sellers who maybe had a much lower interest rate that are interested in selling are just finding it very difficult to make that decision to sell because their new home that they're going to purchase is probably going to come with a much higher interest rate than what they currently have. So they're just deciding we're just going to stay in our home and continue to build equity. For buyers, the biggest challenge is that maybe 18 months ago, they were thinking, hey, we're going to be able to afford a $500,000 home. They might be rethinking that and deciding, hey, you know what? I think we're really going to be able to buy about a $400,000 home. So it's just people are having to make some choices, and that's really kind of slowing things down, nowhere near as fast as it was. Taking a look over at our market stats, sales price of homes. So in Huntsville, $381,675, which is just a little bit of a decrease compared to 12 months ago. It's down 2.5%. Madison is at $449,117, which is just a decrease of 0.3%. Athens is at $384,339. That is a 6.2% increase. And then Decatur's at $297,933, which is also an increase in 3.5. I think we're going to see there's a lot of construction going on all around North Alabama, Huntsville, Madison, Athens, Decatur for sure. We are starting to see more focused or additional focus in the Athens and Decatur area. I think you're going to see over the next several months and several years that there are going to be a lot more vitalization. There's a lot more new homes going out there, a lot more apartments, kind of upscale apartments, a lot more mixed use spaces, a lot more restaurants. So just really trying to revitalize those areas. And they're great areas already, but this will really add to it to just kind of make it a little bit nicer, more fun for people to go out to those areas. New listings. Huntsville, 264 last month, which is a decrease of 17.5% compared to a year ago. Madison, you had 180, which is a decrease of 4.3%. And then Athens, you are down 13.2% with just 131 homes. And then Decatur, 80 homes, which is down 15%. However, the total number of homes for sale currently for July, in Huntsville, there was 476. That's an increase of 31, almost 32%. Madison, 335, almost a 20% increase there. Athens, 341, again, almost a 40% increase there. And then in Decatur, well, you had a 1.7% increase, so not too much more going on there. But there are definitely more homes going on the market, which is allowing our buyers more opportunity to see more homes, be a little bit more selective on what they're looking for. Days on market, again, there's more homes on the market and they're staying on the market longer. So Huntsville, 24 days, 100% increase compared to a year ago. 24 days in Madison, that's a 200% increase compared to a year ago. Athens, 25, 257% increase. And then 29 in Decatur, which is 141. Again, Athens, a lot of this, I think part of this, not a lot, part of this is because there's just a lot more new construction going on out there. So there's a lot more new homes that are kind of being added to the inventory. Again, when we look back here, in July, 12, 8, 7, and 12. So it definitely has changed quite a bit dramatically compared to a year ago. Month supply. Again, when we talk about month supply, we're just simply saying based at the current buy rate, how long would it take for us to sell all those homes in those areas? So Huntsville has a 2.2 month supply of homes. So in just over 2 months, all the homes would be sold if not one more home came on the market. Madison, 2.7, which is a 50% increase. Athens, you're sitting at 3.9. 4% is just 4 months is definitely more of a balanced market. It's on the low end of a balanced market, but definitely a balanced market. 77.3% increase compared to last year. And then in Decatur, you're at 2.2, which is a 46.7% increase compared to where you were a year ago. Sorry. So if we look at the list price versus sales price, and that's what this chart is showing here, right? Huntsville is 98.8%, Madison 99.4%, Athens 99.3%, and then 98.1% Decatur. What this is telling us is that overall homes are priced where they should be, right? You're getting the sales price is 98.8% of the asking price over in Huntsville. So overall, we're seeing those numbers, which is kind of where we'd like to see them for the buyers. Sellers certainly would love to see the 101, 102% that we were seeing 12 months ago, but it is getting back down to 100, just a little bit below. And then the last thing we're going to take a look at is this price per square foot. So Huntsville, you're at 164, which is flat compared to a year ago. 173 in Madison, 1.8%. 166 in Athens, 1.8, and then Decatur, you are at 2.2%. Home markets were going through the roof for 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. We just could not sustain that. And so I think what we're seeing right now, based on interest rates, is that the price per square foot is not increasing anywhere near as much as it was because the homes will just sit on the market longer. Well, that's it. But before we go, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. There are programs out there that can certainly help lower your interest rates for the first 2 years. And it's called a 2-1 rate buy down. When we put in an offer for our clients, we ask the sellers to contribute towards this program. Many sellers are willing to do it because they want to get the house sold. And what it does for the buyer is if our buyers lock in an interest rate at 7%, the first year their interest rate would actually be only 5%. The second year, it would be at 6%. And then finally, that third year, it would go back to 7%. Ultimately, the goal is we're going to hope that interest rates will go back under this 7%, right? Get closer to maybe a 5 or a 5.5%. So our buyers could then refinance. The protection is if they don't and they increase, you're locked in at 7%. So you're locked in at whatever it was. So if you want to know more about that program, if you think it could be helpful, again, please don't hesitate to reach out. Jodi and I would be more than happy to help. And we hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you next month.